doing the work for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, speaking against this great kingdom known as America and its whole political and government system that encompasses around the whole globe and spreads its false doctrines and its false religion. All right. So you already know the program. For y'all that don't know, all right, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I come out here every week to prophesy the downfall of America, and to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that you are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, and to tell you so-called white men, which is according to the Bible, you're a heathen. You don't take no part on the Lord's table. You're going to be destroyed, and you're going to be put into captivity. All right, and to tell you other nations, you Moabs, you Ammonites, you Ishmaelites, and so forth and so on, y'all have no part take on the Lord's table neither. All right, so you're all going to be put into captivity, and this whole world as you know it is going to be shut down, and it's going to be what the world is trying to avoid is the third world war. All right, so that's our job, us men, us brothers that come out every week. That's our job, is to speak prophecy and to speak truth according to the scriptures. All right, so the first verse I'm going to get, it's the 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Okay, so those are encouraging words in the Most High's prophet of aforetime, right, time past. They are the ones that have paved the way, so to speak, paving the way to the old path. All right, which it's not old in the sense like that's not where it's at. This is the old path that's still good and thriving. But right now in America, since it distributes its wickedness, of course that's what it's going to be, because the Most High had gave the earth to the hands of the wicked. All right, Job 9:24. All right, so it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." So since these wicked people, these wicked nations, these kingdoms have fulfilled their hurtful works, the Most High got to do what? He got to extinguish them. He got to put out their fire, their candles, so to speak. Well, matter of fact, Job speaks of it in that manner. All right, I'm going to get that as well. But again, these are the first principles of oracles of the Most High, is to come out here and speak prophecy. All right, which prophecy is to speak before something occurs. All right, so we're letting you know that America's going to be destroyed, man. All right, this landmass known as America is going to be destroyed because blood has touched this place, man. Innocent blood. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get another scripture. It is all full of lies and robbery. So this place is built upon blood, and it is known as a bloody city, man. Look at everything that the so-called white man has put out since he was set on the throne, going back to the Renaissance period, man. Up to now, he's been destroying and killing off people. A lot of you Latino tribes, a lot of you Latinos, y'all don't even know that. Y'all forget. We bring it to your remembrance that the so-called white man has killed off a lot of your people. All right, they slaughtered you from the ends of the earth, man. They came from across the one part of the world just to come and destroy you and to take this land. All right, woe to the bloody city, and it's all full of lies and robbery. The prey depart is not. So y'all are the prey. We are the prey. We can't depart. We can't leave. We can't go to our home. You know what I'm saying? In all actuality, this earth is our home, because the scriptures say the earth was created for our sake. All right, for the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Jacob, the 12 sons of Jacob, and that was a covenant that was made between Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and Father Abraham. All right. So, let me go ahead and get another scripture. This is Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, I'll start at Habakkuk 2 and 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So that's you Edomites, man, because going back to your forefather Cain, Cain killed his brother Abel, which Abel was a righteous man. So Yahweh marked that man with the mark, which is the curse of your skin, which is leprosy. All right, he stripped you away of all melanin. The protection of the sun rays also was to make people know that was that man. All right. So, but going back to that point, he was known in that time. He was a fugitive and a vagabond. A fugitive is somebody that runs for judgment. All right. So he thought Esau's mind, and the scriptures tell us Esau's mind. Obadiah, the book of Obadiah, Malachi, the first chapter. Okay, it tells us that he thought upon himself that he was going to build himself a kingdom and set himself up high as an eagle. All right, he thought he was going to be above God, that he was going to escape judgment. All right, so it says, "Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thine house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity." So there you go, man. I mean, there's no escaping it. Whether you want to believe in the scriptures or not, it's always been good and evil since the beginning. Okay, it's always been good and evil, and it's always been about who's going to reign on top and not reign on top. All right, so we're at the final countdown. We're going to see who the supreme being is going to be. All right, us brothers, we have our spiritual boxing gloves on. Y'all people don't got no boxing gloves on, man. It's like I like to use that analogy. Esau today, he tells you that you need insurance for everything, right? That's carnal. You need insurance that's carnal. You need insurance for your car. You need insurance for your bodies. All right. You need insurance for your house. You need insurance, you know, for many things, man. You know, because if it's destroyed, you can be redeemed. All right. So, but what he don't tell you, he don't tell you that you need insurance. You need insurance for your spirit. You need some form of spiritual insurance. He don't tell you none of that because Esau, he knows what he's doing. All right? All right? So that's why us brothers come out here, we're speaking this truth. We're giving you spiritual things, man. Spiritual money, a spiritual key, a spiritual password, a spiritual code. All right? That a lot of you people aren't able to retain, man. All right? Because y'all are yet carnal. And not spiritual. Alright? But it says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall worry themselves for very vanity." Alright? And that's what y'all 2/3 do, man. Y'all worry yourselves for very vanity. Alright, y'all enjoy being a slave. Y'all enjoy being Uncle Toms. Alright? So that's what the Most High is coming back to redeem Israel and redeem the earth. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. So there's the knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, it's gonna flourish. Right? Like I said, whether you want to believe it or not, these prophets are gonna come to pass. Okay? And like I said, the spiritual warfare has begun. It's already started when Yahweh Shai was on the earth and he resurrected. He started the countdown. Alright? This is Hosea 6:1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. he has smitten, he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us, and the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. So the Most High is waking up 1/3 of Israel to get ready for battle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. You know, we're in a spiritual warfare, and it's about to manifest itself in the physical. And it is in a sense, but the righteous are about to rehearse that. The righteous are about to implement that. Let me get another scripture. Chapter 16. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the world, upon the earth." So that's what the Most High is about, man. He's about building men up and preparing them for the truth, man. Like the elders say, this is the unadulterated truth without any glitter, man. So Yahushua was telling the men that were built up for this that, hey, man, you're not living in the kingdom yet. This is your prison. All right, these bodies that we live in, these are like our spiritual. It's a spiritual chain, a prison for our spirits. All right, because the flesh is carnal and it's not righteous, man. Okay? So it says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So that's what it's coming to. Alright? It's further proof on you 2/3 that your political leaders, your pastors and what have you, are not preparing you for it. They're telling you that you're gonna fix things are not gonna get out of hand, we got everything taken care of, you know. Nobody could touch America. You know, they're making you feel real proud like that. All right? This is Ezekiel 13:1. "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord." So that's what us brothers do. We tell you, we'll be like, all right, you go ahead and speak. You'll speak at your heart. We'll be like, all right, you know what? Now you hear the word of the Lord. So we're casting down thoughts of vain imagination and any knowledge that rises against the knowledge of the Most High. All right, so that's our job, man. We're going to speak out of the scripture. All right? It says, verse 3, "Thus saith the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing." All right? "O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts." All right? Because a fox is a little cunning, slick animal. He goes around stealing and devouring crops, and devouring the flock. You know? So it destroys things. "You have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle of the day of the Lord." So that's further proof that your presidents, the presidents of the world, the leaders of the world, the authorities of the world, they don't got your back, man. Like Yahushua says, "Be not deceived. Believe not in every man. Many shall come. For many shall come in my name, saying that they're Christ, or many come dressed in sheep's clothing, but within the ravening wolves, man." So 2/3 of you people, y'all are done for. But to the flock that the elders, not us, but the elders, the apostles, and those brothers that come on the highways and the byways to be servants for Yahushua's sake, our job is to nurture you and to feed you the spiritual milk and the knowledge of Yahushua. All right? Worth more than anything you can ever receive in this world, man. Okay? There's many scriptures to back that up. This thing is very valuable. Right? This thing is very expensive, very rare. Okay? But then it goes on, it says in verse 6, Ezekiel 13:6, they have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord saveth. See, now that's when you two they were demonic without saying, they're trying to include the Lord about it, right? And the Lord had not sent them, and they had made others to hope that they would confirm the word. So, you know, not two thirds are going to run to these people, thinking that they're going to confirm the word to you, that what their word was true, but they're not going to be able to do that. Get into the downfall of America, the downfall of this great king. Okay? Alright, we'll go ahead and get another scripture. The first chapter, 2nd Ezra 16:1. This is what it's about. It's always been about prophecy. Alright? It says 2nd Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with sacks of cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So your destruction is at hand. Egypt, because America is known as spiritual Egypt. All right, according to Revelations. All right, and it's also known as Babylon, a city of confusion. Babylon. All right, and that's all it is here in America. Like, I'm going on 33 years old. I'm 33 years old, going on 34. And man, my mind, my brain, when it is being affected by all these lights, the television, the noises that the television produces, musics, the different instruments, the cell phones, the lights, the cell phones. It's starting to actually have an effect on me. It's starting to it's to the point where I gotta shut it all out, man. Like I just want to be in complete darkness and look at the moon, stars, and daylight. You know what I'm saying? Be in the daylight, the actual organic light. You know, this place is the city confusion, and it distributes distractions, temptations, man. All right. So, your destruction is at hand. Okay? The scriptures tell us that. The triumphant of the wicked is short. It's like all these other nations that rose up, they've all had their time to reign, and guess what? They all fell. All right, those are examples. Okay. Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So, you know, all the things that were written in this book, they were written for our learning, for an examples, as an example. Okay. Of Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom, and after that was another kingdom and another kingdom, so forth and so on, all the way to the feet. So it's breaking it down, showing you that kingdoms are going to be rooted and uprooted by who? Yahweh Shai, because the scriptures bear witness that Yahweh Shai is the one that does these things. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna jump straight to the points on this. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible.